Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Motorsport Manager. We are continuing our series in our very first season in the World Motorsport Championship. Obviously, we're not doing well. This is our very first season here, so we got some building to do before we can really start competing for any of the top spots. But 11th overall for Chi here is not too bad. Obviously, she doesn't have any points, but she has finished some pretty decently in some of the races. All things considered. So we'll keep working on it and really hope we can set ourselves up this year for a really good season next year. And really the biggest goal we have is just to not get relegated down to the to the one below us as well. So let's check some of our email. Nothing here. Car condition, 18 hours on that. We'll take the interview. Why not? Which one of my drivers is better? I am not answering that. It lowers a little bit of team marketability, but it keeps our drivers happy. That is going to be fine. Pit crew, we did have one pit mistake. Nothing dangerous apparently. And nothing else. We did get a new gearbox. This is a great gearbox, so it's really going to be helpful. We will need to finish working on the repairs before we can start improving these parts, but let's see. Let me check this part real quick. Okay, so this one doesn't have any risks or anything associated with it, so we can go ahead and slot this one in pretty soon, although I will say it is a bit low on the overall performance compared to the other ones. So we will have some work cut out for us. But yeah, we'll see. Let's go back over here to design new parts and see if we can get us another gearbox. Because we're going to be able to work our way all the way up to slot 5. Wow, I think we can get all the way to slot 5, can't we? I think so with all the stuff we have in our headquarters. So let's see here. Do we start making risky parts at this point, or can we? I mean, this first level, either one of these is identical. So we'll start with that one. Unlocking an additional grate slot. I don't know if that's necessary. We'll go with... we'll go with plus 40. That's still going to be the best that we can get right now. Plus 40 to max, minus 15% reliability. That's a pretty big ding, but we'll go with that one. We can also do the build. Good components take no time to build, which does unlock us down to a legendary at this point. Or we can just jump down here and grab one of these bad boys. Extra 3 days, more reliability loss, but a 55 increase in the acceleration. And then, like I said, it opens up the legendary stuff down here, which, I mean, 65, 115. A huge build time increase, though. It's pretty crazy. But honestly, we're still not doing risky parts at this point. So these are some pretty significantly good pieces here. Now, as far as overall like races, we have what? Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 races left. At about 2 million, let's call it 2 million, 26 million is how much it's going to cost us. A little bit less, maybe. But that does still leave us a couple $1,000,000 to work on parts. So why not? Let's just go all the way. See how good of a gearbox we can get this season and make that our primary focus. So we will go ahead and it's going to take 17 days. It's insane. Or actually, it's going to take 27 days total, which is pretty crazy. I mean, if this is just supposed to be a stepping stone to the next level, we could just do this and make it cheaper part. Not quite as good on the upgrades, but get it done sooner and then be able to do a legendary one next, right? Yeah. And just go for broke on that last one, which might not be a bad way of going about it. Like I said, save ourselves a little bit of money, save ourselves a little bit of time. I think this is actually better. I mean, I do want, obviously, that crazy part, but we'll do that once we get up to the legendary level. So I think this is going to be a good compromise here. Save ourselves a little bit of money, be able to make that legendary one soon. All right, pit crew. It's still crazy to have so many pit crew. Oh, wow. This guy right here is having some issues. We'll go and swap you out for that person. And I guess that's going to be okay. That should be enough for now. Car repairs finished. Okay, let's go check to see what we are improving. Car. Improve parts. We're still working primarily on performance because I think our reliability is in a pretty good spot. However, we start working on this gearbox here, which we might as well Drop that one out completely. Start working on this one. And go that route. Actually, honestly, we might as well drop that one out as well if we're making another one just right behind it anyway. We'll just go with these two for now. I do think working on the reliability on this is going to be important because until we get the reliability up, it's not going to be worthwhile. In fact, what we're probably going to do is do a little bit of that. Get the reliability up as soon as possible, up to at least above 70, and then go full tilt on the performance for just a little bit, just to see if we can kind of make it worthwhile. Although, do we even need to? If we're going to make this one then another legendary part, honestly, this 1500 is never going to be really... It's not going to be that much better than this 1485. Not enough to really be spending time on it, honestly. So why don't we just keep working on that one at the very least. And we'll go back over here. Stay focused on the performance side of things. Just go and make this one as good as it possibly can be. We'll just kind of skip this one for now and go straight to that legendary one. Or actually even the next one, the epic one that we're about to make, which I think can get up to 1540, which that might be worthwhile. We'll go with this. This will actually finish 3 days before the race starts. And then we can maybe focus on some of these other parts at that point. All right, what we got here? Nothing going there, nothing crazy there. Report on the upcoming race, 10% chance of rain. Our marketability. Apparently they're very happy with our marketability at this point, which I'm very happy to see. And as far as performance, where are we at? 1479, so just like one more day, I think it is. All right, come on, pause. It might have paused automatically for me, I'm not sure. But it should be pretty close, right? Still 1479. What are we? There we go. All right, so now we're good. So we're capped out at 1485 on that piece. I think that's fine. Leave on the reliability for the moment, or we'll look into that. We're actually above 82% now. So these are still going to be our best two parts. Again, we're going to kind of just give up on this one. This was just a stepping stone, if nothing else. What is the next part that we might work on at some point? Let's go look at our staff. We'll probably focus on things that are she's really good at. So gearbox and suspension are her two best. So we can focus on suspension next. So in that case, I think working on some of these brakes and things like that is probably okay. You know, just tweaking out a few more points on the engines, things like that. And then what else we got? Front wing, maybe? I mean, it's not much. We don't have much gap there to improve on. But I think if we're going to do suspension next, we'll just focus on some of these other things. Try and make them at least a little bit better. And go with that. Performance work complete. Okay, we already saw that one. New vote. Removal of Cape Town GP. This rule will benefit teams likely to struggle at Cape Town. This rule will not benefit teams likely to perform well at Cape Town. So we'll say we're going to vote against. Use all of our voting power. I don't know if we want to use all of it, but we'll use a couple points. Why not? Uh-oh. Nope, looks like it was rejected. So we're going to keep Cape Town GP in the mix, which supposedly it's going to be good for us. I had dilemma, pit stop training. Some of my friends at Boa Esperanza, that they have spent time practicing their pit stops in a dedicated facility at the track in Guildford. I was wondering if we could take the pit crew down there ourselves. It'd be great benefits. Sure, all pit crew stats +1. Sounds good. I think it's worth the 500,000 for that. Okay, cool. Nothing going there. And we're about to travel to our next race. All right, we're keep going with the 13th or above. See if we can squeeze out a little bit of money. It's still reasonable. We've gotten some pretty good placings here and there. Tire selection. Honestly, I still don't know if there's any reason not to just go 5 of each, just to kind of mess around with it. I have some options here. Possibly even go down to, you know, like 4 or 3 on these. Because we'll only probably run those on the first couple of laps, and then we're probably going to switch to some of these harder ones. Actually, you have better, is it consistency? Which one is it that does the braking? Actually, I don't, or the tires. Let me see. Tire wear is driver details, improvement rate. What is, I can't remember which one it is, actually. Suddenly, I don't remember. Oh, well. Well, let's go back and... Actually, I think something like that's going to be fine. Most likely going to be running mostly mediums. Have a couple extra softs, though. I think that will work just great. All right, part fitting. Do we want to change anything here? I don't think we're not going to be using that part anyway, so I actually think we're going to be okay with the parts that we have. Currently, I mean, she is doing better than Lao, so we might want to give her the better car at this point. Acceleration, which will be gearbox, which she already has the better part. And low speed corners, front wing. I mean, they're basically identical parts at this point. And top speed. Again, identical parts. So I think, honestly, the cars are basically identical at this point. Slight increase on the gearbox, and that's mostly it. Once we get these next gearboxes out, though, that'll make a little bit more of a difference. Tondela GP. Alrighty, getting ready to go here. Was this one of the ones? Was this the one that we voted on just now that said that? No, that was Cape Town GP. I was like, I couldn't remember which one it was, but I knew it was a GP something or another. All right, car setup. I think we'll just go with mediums for now. Actually, let's go. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. Let's go mediums. I say that. I mean, this is the qualifying, so maybe we want to go a little bit faster. Have a better chance of qualifying well. Oh, no, this is practice. That's right. Practice first. And do we have a Tondela GP setup? We have Tondela Track A. And only for Lao. Oh, no, there's Shin. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. It's probably going to get us at least in the ballpark. And we'll start with that. And then you're already on mediums. So we're going to load your setup for Tondela. It's probably fine. Yep, that looks good. All right, 2D, send out. And 12X, let's get this going. Come on. Hopefully get some good knowledge here. Help us with our qualifying. It's a good way to start. Grades, and excellence. Alrighty. Let's go. Let's go a little bit that direction maybe. And handling. Maybe something like that. Might be a little bit more on the handling than I would like, but we'll try that. It's going to be fine, I think. Honestly, we're already at 97%, so I could be pretty happy with that if we needed to be. All right, downforce, we're going to give you a little more that direction. Speed balance, kind of the same thing. Kind of make sure we keep that locked in. Might be a little bit more than I would like, but let's do that. Actually move this one down because this one seems to change the speed balance a little bit less. I think it's going to be a little bit better. We're already at 96% again. Could be happy with that if I needed to be, but I think we can improve for sure. All right, so that actually got worse, which is feedback. It's improvement. All right, so we were there. Handling went down to there. So we actually want to go up the other direction for handling. And then downforce didn't really seem to change hardly any. We'll go a little bit further. Try and tweak the speed balance a little bit. Get it locked in. That might be a little bit more handling than we would want. Try something like that. And yours actually got worse as well. Well, we know to go the other direction then. All right, so we were there. This one was bad, so we need to go a little bit further that way. Same thing with the speed balance. Actually, we'll probably just do it primarily with speed balance, with the rear wing. Maybe something like that. Not really moving the speed balance much. Compared to what probably I'd like to be. All right, we'll try something like that. See if that works. About to get our medium tires completely filled out. We're about to be good on qualifying trim at least. We can work on our race trim as well. All right, we got 2 excellents now. 2 excellents here as well. So we actually went too far on the downforce, I guess, or maybe it was just completely the wrong direction, which is very possible. But we know that the speed balance is exactly where we want it to be. So we want to change the speed balance as little as possible while putting this the other direction compared to the original downforce. Something like that, maybe. That's not what I want. Put you there. That's probably better. All right, let's try that. Still need a little bit more on the medium tires to get those maxed out. And then you, almost there. All right, so the top downforce is fine. So maybe just a little bit more speed balance. I feel like that's going to be way too much, to be perfectly honest. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. I could live with the 97 if it came down to that. Just bring you both back in. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh, you're actually not quite where we want you to be. You're good, obviously. You're perfect. We're going to send you out for a race trim. Tire choice. I may shift you over to... Tempted to shift you over to the softs. But I really don't want to use up all my softs, but... You know, we're just going to keep you out on the mediums that you have. I think that's going to be fine. And then you... We got to tweak something here. Obviously, this one was better. Both of those... That was good. That one was great. That one was great. And this one's good. So it's actually got to be in between there then. Somewhere between that one and that one. So it's that direction. So if I do something like that, kind of there, I think. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. We'll try something like that. See what that does for us. And we'll leave you on mediums as well. Actually, I didn't mean to do that. Did it change or did it go back to what it was? It did. Okay, so we wanted to go a little bit less here. So I can move this one up to get speed balance to come down just a smidge below that. I think that's going to be fine. But we do want to go race trim. All right, and they're off. Go ahead and bring in Chi one more time. Let Lau do his thing, though. Handling got off a little bit, which is odd. I guess I did change it very, very ever so slightly. I mean, this was technically a better overall setup, but we know that handling, if I can squeeze it to be right there, and speed balance is still okay, then we're good to go. Race trim's still good. We'll just finish off these medium tires. That's going to be fine. Don't know if we'll quite get to race trim level 3. Might be coming close, though. All right, she's liking the gearing. Obviously, Tweedle's tire is a little bit weak, but we'll be all right. Just get across the line here. Gonna be close on the race trim. I don't think we're gonna quite get it though. All right, we'll definitely burn those tires down all the way, but we only used one set of tires, so I suppose that's a positive. Alrighty, so now for actual qualifying. Tempted to just use mediums for the first set and then move up to the faster tires for anything after that. We do have a bonus to medium tires right now. So why don't we do that? Let's just start with our medium tires. And then we may do the softs for anything beyond that. Oh, perfect. Excellence, both of them. Perfect. And I mean, it's suggesting we do... I guess we don't really have to worry about durability. The only reason I was going to use the softs or use the mediums is so I don't use up all my softs. But honestly, I'll use the softs. It's going to be fine. And we will simulate the session. I don't need to be there to see this one. Either we get it or we don't. Lau might get it. I'm actually surprised that she is below the line. That kind of surprises me. I thought she'd be better than that. All right. Well, we at least got a car that's in the mix. Not just that. He's actually top 10. For that one. And then we're going to simulate this session. Can you stay top 10? Maybe. Number 9. That works. All right, and then of course this last one. There's no way we're... What is it? Top... Oh, this is just actually pure rankings at this point. And then we have to stay with the tires that we have, which is little... It is what it is, I suppose. We're going to drop down to 10th at this point, but I think that's okay. Oh, no, we just, at the very last second, jumped up to 9th. So, I don't know that us being in 9th is going to make that much difference. But, you know, it is what it is. The only negative is that he is going to have to go out on those tires. So, that is definitely going to hurt us a bit. Alrighty. Alright, so we're going to go with... The race trim's only at 10%, unfortunately. We'll go with, actually, for her, because the race trim's not very high. We'll go with Pit Stop Guru. For you, though, we go with like maybe medium tire performance instead of race trim. Thing is, this is not going to be the entire time. This one probably is, but it might make a pretty big difference overall. If we think we're going to use medium tires at least 2/3 of the time, you know, in a way, it almost breaks even. We'll go with medium tires for him to see what that does for us. We'll try it out. Wait a minute. You had an all excellent setup. What did I... Did that change something? Oh, I guess they were messing with it during qualifying. I don't know if it matters, but we'll go with that setup's very, very slightly different. We will start with the softs. That's going to be fine. Fuel is obviously... I'm only probably get like 9 laps out of these. We'll go like 11. Save a couple laps. Slight decrease in weight. Not much. And then you do have to go out on the softs that you're in, which is unfortunate. Which is fine. I just wanted to see, okay, we have about 7 laps left. I'll give you about 9 laps. Shave off quite a bit of fuel. Just really try to shave off some weight here at the beginning of this. Alrighty, here we go. It's going to be interesting starting with a set of tires like that. I think this is the first time we've... Isn't it? I think it is the first time we've started with a not perfect set of tires. So we'll keep an eye on Lau. I mean, he is in 9th place, so we'll see what he can do for us. Something tells me he's going to drop down pretty quickly, pretty fast. We're going to go pretty hard and heavy pretty quickly here. I mean, I probably should drop him down sooner. But I think it'll be alright in the long run. So I'm going to drop you both down. It's actually starting to get some pretty good heat. We're going to drop you down to neutral. Same thing for you. Neutral's going to be fine. What's the temperature like? It's actually a pretty warm day, so there's probably going to be a pretty good amount of heat in the tires today. And we're already at 50% on the tires. But I mean, everybody at the top is basically. I think I'm okay with keep pushing on the high engine mode just to kind of burn through some of this fuel. Because these tires are going to be going through pretty quickly. I'll drop you down to conserve for just a little bit, see if we can get a little bit less heat in the tires. Keep pushing him. He's only got a couple more laps, to be honest. So it might be a good idea to go up to overtake for now. Same thing for you. I don't think we're going to have enough, you know, the fuel to tire ratio is not looking too great. We're going to be burning through the tires way quicker. Probably only have one more lap that we can get on him, and we'll have to pit next lap anyway. Got about 2 or 3 more laps with her. So probably scheduling a pit at this go round. Let's see. Yeah, let's just pit it in. Do I want to go back out with some more softs? Actually, it looks like qualifying used up a lot of our soft stuff. The only way I could do it would be to go with some of these up here. Don't know that that's worth it. How many more laps? We've got 27 laps. If I switch to the hards right now, we would... Actually, you know what? The mediums, I think, would be fine. A little bit of a performance increase, and we should be able to get about 14 laps apiece, 27 laps remaining. So that's 2 more pit stops. Now, is that... Do we have enough fuel to get 2 more pit stops? Barely. If we were to completely fill up and go very conservative with our fuel. I mean, worst case, we just stop in for just some fuel later in the race or something to that effect. Yeah, I'm okay with burning fuel for right now, though. That's going to fill it up as much as it can by the time we get in there. All right, I'm okay with going a little bit more attack on the tires for just a little bit. Well, we'll only go high on the fuel, though. Again, I got to be somewhat conservative. We'll do high for at least a lap, and then we will bring it back in for after that. I think we can make it one more lap with Chi. Yeah, we should be good to go one more lap. Right, Lau, you're going to drop down to neutral and medium, and that'll be fine for now. Just kind of set it and forget it for just a little bit. You are going to go ahead and pit in, and still have a spare set of sauce for you that we can kind of keep pushing it a little bit more. Maybe save the mediums for later. I mean, she does have faster pit changes. We could even go soft to hard if we absolutely needed to. That would get us, what, 9 plus 18, about 27 laps? Yeah, actually, that would be fine. Start with the softs. Fuel option, which means we only need to get about 9 more laps of fuel. Actually, we're going to have to fill it up anyway. That's the thing. That's going to be the limiting factor. We're not going to be able to get enough fuel to go those last 13 laps without stretching this further. Yeah, that is a thing, unfortunately. I still think we're going to go with it. Let's go with this. See what we can do with the softs, and we'll figure out the tire stuff or the fuel stuff later. I think we may go a little bit conservative towards the end. I think we'll be okay. All right, speaking of conservative, we'll go there, and we'll go on attack. That's going to be okay for now. 1 lap of attack. Let's go and drop it down to neutral and medium. Settle in for a little bit. Actually, we can even go all the way down to conserve right now in medium. She's in last place. Not good to see. In fact, we got 18th and 20th. Not super great. Now, we have done an earlier pit than some of these guys. Some of these other guys are going to have to pit here shortly. So a lot of these guys start with hard tires, though. So they're able to go a little bit further. But they are also going to have to pit for fuel at the very least. Yeah, I'm going to get a few more people pitting here soon. I don't know if we're going to jump up too much, though. Up to 17th with Lau. Start pushing a little bit more with the tires. Go up to neutral again. $20 laps remaining. So we're going to need one more pit for each of them. And honestly, we're going to have enough fuel for both of them. I mean, it's going to be tight on Lau. She should be fine, actually. So she's actually going to want to push her fuel a bit further, a little bit faster. Because her tires are going to go faster than her fuel is. Lau's up to 14th. He's just outside of our sponsor objective. $18 laps remaining. I mean, everybody's going to have to pit again at least one more time. I think we'll be pitting Chi first. It's going to be close, though. I mean, 11th through 17th are pretty close to each other. I don't know that we're going to be able to advance too much more than that, but I'd love to get, obviously, above 13 so we can at least get our sponsor objective. You actually started burning through your tires a little bit faster than I was expecting because I wasn't paying attention to your heat. Sorry, buddy. And on that note, you're going to be going through your fuel a lot faster now. In fact, we're going to go ahead and bump you up to overtake. And you up to overtake as well. We got to get through some of this fuel because we're going to have to fill it up anyway. You are going to have to pit at the end of this lap anyway. Which means you're not going to have enough fuel. Unless we go super ultra conservative. Will that matter? Will you have enough? The only way you're going to have enough tires if we go all the way up to hard at this point. The other alternative would be to go a little bit more aggressive with some mediums and just know that we're going to have to pit again for some tires or something. No, I think we're just going to go up to hard. It's going to be fine. I mean, if we go very, very conservative on the fuel, we could technically make it. Don't really know if I wanted to, but I guess it is what it is. And by very conservative, I mean like don't even go past medium, really. Medium to low. Should be able to go a little more aggressive on the driving style at least. We'll go medium for a couple laps, then we'll probably drop it down to low. Yes, we'll go ahead and pitch you now. And we will swap you to, I think we can swap you to medium tires at this point still. Fill you up. It's still going to be kind of tight for you as well. I mean, maybe we should have planned for one more pit stop, and that would have been fine. All right, so you're about to cross. Drop it down to push. Keep it on medium for just a little bit longer. Actually, I'm going to go all the way down to neutral and medium. You are going to go medium and go medium push. Can't go too crazy with your tires. I think she's going to be in just last place, unfortunately. I don't think there's any way she's going to be able to get back up in the mix. Not with us having to be fuel conservative. Well, she's up to 19th now, but we're going to have to start going low now. Low and conservative for a bit. I mean, it's possible we're going to get lapped soon, so that would be one less lap that we have to go. So a little bit less conservative on the fuel if that happens to be the case. I think it's going to be the case because that first place driver is going pretty quickly here. All right, we're just going to settle in. I mean, there's a few other people going low. So, I mean, we're not the only ones. Problem is, it's going low and saving ourselves from a pit stop. Is that saving us time overall? I don't know. I mean, a pit stop is what, somewhere can be up to 4 to 5 seconds sometimes, even longer sometimes because you have to go through the slowdown of going through the pit row. So, it's kind of a hard call. 10 laps remaining. Looks like we could be a little bit more aggressive on the tires. Is anybody ahead of us going to have to pit again? I don't know. I mean, a few of these guys up here, but they're too far ahead of us. I don't know if there's enough people ahead of us that are going to have to pit. 9 laps remaining. How much can we count on us being lapped? Well, it's not happened yet. Eight laps remaining. When we cross the line, that is. Because that pop-up's coming from the first place driver. He's about to lap us, though. Yeah, 7 laps remaining right now. Honestly, he's so close to lapping us. I mean, we're in 15th. We're right behind 14th and 13th right now. I mean, depending on how they manage their fuel, they may have to pit, even if their tires aren't bad, they may have to pit for fuel, or at least. It's always a possibility. First is so fast. Just swooped past number 19. We just dropped down to 16th place with Lau. Hamilton's got fresh tires. I bet he's got fresh fuel. He's probably ready to go as hard as he can. All right, so we actually start having to have excess fuel now. So we can actually bump you up to high for a little bit at least, until that message goes away. Because we're about to cross. We're on lap 28 right now. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So 5 laps. So we're just barely... Actually, I don't know how we're saying we're excess because I don't feel like we are. Okay, no, I was going to say, there it goes. We're like right on the line on fuel. Yeah, I don't think anybody... Well, Woodford might have to pit here in a moment. Ribeiro, Hashimoto. A lot of guys are about to have to pit. Well, we're in 13th for the moment. 13th and 14th, so that's interesting. I mean, Chi is still very sad on the fuel side of things. So we'll see if she can hold on. Starting to say excess fuel for Lau again. He's on lap 30. So he's got 3 laps to go. Barely excess. Not really enough to push it yet. Although there is a guy right on my tail. Oh, 13th is about to swoop past me. You know, we're going to push. I'm going to go high. See if we can fend that guy off. Although I don't know if we can go that many more laps with the tire wear that we have. And 11th place is going to be good to go for the rest of the race. So nothing we can do there. Come on, guys. I don't know if we're going to be able to fend him off. I don't think we can. Not with our tire wear being the way it is. No, he's just so close to my tail. And we're about to have to drop the... I was going to say we have to drop the fuel down. Yeah, he's about to swoop right past me. Oh, no, that's 13th place. I'm sorry. I was looking at that wrong. No, he can pass me as long as the guy behind him doesn't pass me, which that may still happen anyway. Especially with our very, very bad tire wear at the moment. So Chi actually did finish. She finished in 15th. It's not terrible. Come on, Lau. Hold on. Oh, we got it. Okay. Whew. All right. So, I mean, it's not much. $200,000. Not much. But over the course of a season, you know, that could add up if we can finish that, you know, more often than not. I mean, that's a whole nother part for our car. All right. Well, I mean, I think our gamble paid off if going, you know, less pit stops. We're not here to win the race. We're here to get our sponsor objective. Really, is it the primary? And we did just that. So, could we have still gotten it had we done a different pit strategy? Maybe, but you know, it doesn't matter. Honestly, the pit strategy we used, you know, worked out. All right, good stuff. Looks like smoothness is about to go for... Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, he got injured or something? I was going to say it was about to go up, but... Why did it change so much? Oh, you know what? He's got one of those things where... I think he's got one of the things where he does better at that particular race or something like that, doesn't he? We'll double check him in a second. All right, gearbox built. Very nice. Well, there's our save. Let me go check him real quick while I'm thinking about it. Drivers, Lau. He has... that's something else. Tondela, yeah. Tondela where he gets +2 at Tondela. So, you know, that's always a bonus for him. That, you know, it means he does a little bit better there. That's good to know. Had I known that, actually, I might have... Well, there wasn't that much difference in the cars, but had I tried to give somebody the better car, I should have given it to him at that particular race. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. A little bit of a long episode, but there's a lot going on with these episodes these days. But I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.